Well, Merry Christmas, cheers, and how you do, buckaroos? It is Christmas Day as I do this video. It'll be after Christmas by the time I get it uploaded and you're able to watch it, but I want you to know it is Christmas as I'm doing this video. This is my first holiday cocktail. I did have one beer earlier, though. It was the classic. Let me see if I can grab the bottle here. Let me set that down, though. I had one beer a while ago. The Ballantine Burton Ale. This thing is amazing. A friend brought this to me a few months ago. Uh, this is the 2015 vintage, and the beer is just simply gorgeous. Then I did some other things. Started working on dinner. Then I sit down with a cocktail. Wanted to do a cocktail, little whiskey. So I got this Acre Select uh, signature barrel by T Steakhouse, distilled and bottled by T's Redneck Steakhouse, Lebanon, Missouri. I got on their Facebook page the other day, and there was a couple really negative reviews. And I've been there, we've been there 3 times now, and have had great food, great service, and fine whiskey products all 3 times. So I don't know. Again, if you look under, so yeah, I think sometimes you got to be suspect of some negative reviews. I mean, like I said, I've been there 3 times, years apart from each other, and it's been fine every time. I don't know. Anyway, I purchased this. I don't remember them having this bourbon the last time I was there, though. So I was there a couple months ago, or about a month and a half ago, probably. And I found this product, the Acre Selects single barrel bourbon whiskey. I did ask them, though. They said it's only aged 6 months, where typically a bourbon must be aged 2 years to be called a bourbon. So, but, I'm going to cut a little slack. They do age this in oak with oak staves, from what I remember them telling me. This particular cocktail, I didn't mean to get it pink. It just kind of turned out that way. I just kind of wanted to have I tried to invent a little Christmas cocktail, but I'm not a sweet cocktail drinker, you know what I mean? So all I did was 3 ounces of this bourbon, which is 98 proof, by the way. Probably about a teaspoon of lemon juice and about a quarter ounce cherry juice. Kind of going for a little, sweet tart kind of thing going on there. But I don't like, I got to where I can't drink an old fashioned. It's too sweet for me with that simple syrup added. Because here, this cherry juice adds plenty of sweetness. Watch the regular one, just starting with some generic music. See if I can get my Christmas music going here. Right as I was getting started there. Oh no, I can't get to go back. There we go. And a one, and a two. Anybody ever watch Lawrence Welk back in the day? Yeah, I'm really that old, man. Is this the one that plays Christmas music? Yeah. There we go. So, hey, you can't see my fireplace. I've been setting up my videos where I've got this backdrop or fireplace kind of thing going on, and I didn't feel like setting it all up today, so I just set my easy chair here. Got my cat Eddie in the background. Eddie was my son Seamus's cat. So again, this is, I guess, probably about a teaspoon. I just had a nice slice of lemon, squeezed the juice in there, and then I cut another slice where I just left that lemon in there that way. So um, just enough to cover the bottom of the shot glass, really, of the cherry juice, and ended up with a pink drink. I made it go pink, man. But I didn't want to make a green drink. I was trying to get Christmassy. You know what I'm saying? And so I got a cherry and lemon in there for garnish. But yeah, the lemon reacts well to the bourbon. If you've had a whiskey sour. But again, sometimes a whiskey sour can be too sweet for me too, because you got that addition of the only sweetness I've got in here is just that little bit of maraschino cherry juice. Oh, French fries and biscuits, that's tasty. Yeah, I love Manhattans. That's my favorite drink. But the last couple of times I've had a Manhattan, even that's the addition of that sweet vermouth has become too sweet for me. I've got a friend who likes to make them with dry vermouth, so I may try that because I don't know, this the sweet vermouth is just too sweet. Anyways, I digress. This is a beautiful cocktail. That's off of 44, right? T Steakhouse. T Steakhouse is right off of 44. If you're traveling between St. Louis and Springfield, Missouri. The other day I said Kansas City, and my wife corrected me. Yeah, if you have to be on 44, yeah, you get off at T Steakhouse, get you something to eat, have you a nice cocktail, get back on the highway just for a little bit, and then get off at Phillipsburg and stop at Boattown Brewery. Oh my God, they are doing some amazing stuff. I wasn't sure what this is going to taste like, to be honest with you. I really didn't know what I was doing. Like I got something in my glass here, I can't get out there. Again, it's very simple. It's the bourbon, it's lemon juice, a little cherry juice, one cherry to garnish, and a slice of lemon that I cut in half. It's very simple, yet it's very tasty. It's an elegant drink. It's delightful. Yeah, yeah. My wife's making fun of me because she's like, I need to drink this when I'm watching the Lifetime channel again. Because last night I was channel surfing, and I found The Holiday. I guess it is technically a chick flick. But I just, ever since it came out, I watch it every year, sometimes several times. I just love that movie. There's something about that movie that I just find brilliant. I love the dialogue. Jack Black is great in a more reserved role for him. But the brilliance of that movie for me is Eli Wallach. Man, I don't know how Eli did not get an Oscar nod for that. I mean, he is just brilliant in that movie. But anyway, nothing blows up. So I guess it's a chick flick. We typically watch Die Hard every year, too. That's our Christmas movie. And for those of you that doubt that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, let me run this by you. The folks that say it's not a Christmas movie say so because, well, there's stuff blowing up and people are dying everywhere. You're wrong. The start of the movie is you get Christmas music. There's a Christmas tree in the music. There's Christmas music as he's going from the airport to where he was going, Nakatomi Plaza. But with all the people dying and stuff blowing up, the heart of the movie is the story is of a man getting home to his family. He's trying to see his family. If that's not a Christmas theme, I don't know what is. So those of you that don't think Die Hard is a quality or is a Christmas movie, blow it out your ass. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say blow it out your ass on Christmas. My bad. Blow it out another part of your body. That's more. Anyways, this is making me very happy, man. My wife says I'm not as funny as I think I am, but I really think I am. I really think I am that funny. I am. I'm the Whiskey Whisperer. I hope you all are having a good Christmas. It is, like I said, it's Christmas Day as I do this. I don't know if you can hear the Christmas music in the background. I know you can't see the fireplace, but it's a very nice fireplace. Very nice video of a fireplace, man. But I've got to get up and check on my ham. So we're doing a little ham for Christmas, just the wife and I. So ham, sweet taters, some spaghetti squash, and a Caesar salad. I think is all we're gonna do. Actually, just two of us. We're gonna keep her simple. I tend to change things up for leftovers, so we just do this now, and through the week we'll do some other things. Anyway, I'm Trying to Whiskey Whisper. Merry Christmas to y'all. Y'all have a good one. How you do, Buckaroos? I tried to do this on my webcam, but it didn't want to work. So, well, what the hell? I already had the drink poured. I needed to do this video, damn it. Anyways, so I did a video earlier today. About a month and a half ago, I bought two products from, T's Redneck Steakhouse in Lebanon, Missouri. It's called Acres Select Single Barrel Bourbon Whiskey. This is 49% 98 proof, but that's all they say about that. They're talking to them there. I do remember them tell me it's aged in oak with oak staves. This one uses toasted oak cubes, but it does say right on the bottle, Acres Select Small Batch. That one says Single Barrel Select. Small batch bourbon, corn whiskey aged with toasted American oak. I do know from having both of these already, Neat and Rocks, is that that this particular whiskey I had in a cocktail earlier today is a deeper, bolder bourbon. I have a hard time calling it a bourbon because I know it's only been aged 6 months, but yeah, it does have deep, bold American whiskey flavors. Well, this one is lighter, a little more subtle, but not any less complex. I think that's a misconception with a lot of whiskey drinkers, a lot of folks that just don't know as much as they think they do, that because the notes of a particular whiskey are more subtle or lighter, that it's not as complex. In many cases, those are the whiskeys that are more complex. You just have to have the palate sophisticated enough to find them. I basically made the same cocktail twice here, close actually. Not quite, I can tell by looking at it, I didn't get the same amount of cherry juice, but basically what I've got here is, I've got a couple ounces of this whiskey, I've got probably maybe a teaspoon of lemon juice, and on the other one I made that got really pink on me, I tried to put about, I poured just a little bit in a shot glass, just cover the bottom, I thought it was probably about a quarter ounce. Here I just poured a touch, so I obviously, by looking at the color, I know I have less cherry juice in this one than I had in that one, but it is more or less the same cocktail. So let's drink it before she warms up, because I've got her served straight up. Straight up just means chilled. Neat obviously is a whiskey by itself. Rocks is actually whatever you're drinking with an ice cube. Straight up is whatever you're drinking, your cocktail, your whiskey, whatever, just chill. That's what straight up means. You're not adding anything else. So here we go. Here I put a lemon in there for appearance. There's a cherry on the bottom. Well, move my finger so you can see. There we go. It's only a martini glass I brought over. I've got several, but it's the only one that managed to make it over here. The rest are in storage. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous cocktail. Yeah, I mean it's not a Manhattan because I didn't use vermouth or bitters, but I mean I just used the cherry juice, a lemon. I just kind of wanted just a simple, just a simple cocktail kind of thing. Kind of an after dinner, relax. We're watching a movie. We had our early Christmas dinner this Christmas Day as I do this video. We watched Die Hard because it's just not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber go off the Nakatomi Plaza. Now we're watching Die Hard 2 because 1 and 2 were done at Christmas. Anyway, so cheers, y'all. Merry Christmas. Today I'm Tom the Whiskey Whisperer. If you're interested, I recently started a Facebook group. If you're on Facebook, it's just, if you're on Facebook, just pull up at Whiskey Whisperer, and you're going to find me, man. I had my Beer Whisperer page, or I still do, but I mean, I was putting my whiskey videos and pictures and stuff there as well, and it was kind of getting muddled, so I thought, well, I went ahead and just started the Whiskey Whisperer page. That way I put all my whiskey stuff there, keep my beer stuff over there, and because every once in a while some Yahoo remarks, well, I thought this was a beer page, man. Well, it is, but damn, man, it does kind of, Facebook especially, I don't know why it is, but on Facebook especially, people tend to be sticklers, man. If it's a certain kind of beer group, boy, if you veer even ever so slightly, then somebody's going to get their panties in a wad. So, okay, I'll just do the whiskey group. Ask do not offend the weak-minded. And I just offended them because I called them weak-minded. You see what I did there? I told you I didn't want to offend somebody that intentionally offended them. That's kind of what that's my shtick, man. Anyways, well, I need to finish this drink and get the movie back on. So there you go. I am Tony Whiskey Whisperer. Merry Christmas, y'all, and I hope you're having a nice holiday season. How you doing, Buckaroos, and how the heck are you? So I just realized as I finished that video, my mind wandered off and I got talking about other things and really didn't give you any notes about this whiskey in particular as I had in that cocktail. I did a similar cocktail with its sister whiskey. This is Acre Select small batch bourbon corn whiskey aged with toasted American oak cubes. But I didn't realize because my mind wandered until I shut it off that I didn't talk about that. This is a single barrel select bourbon whiskey. As you can see, this is a much darker. It's a very much more robust whiskey. But this one has some interesting flavors. So what I did here to tack on the end of that cocktail video is I just got about 2 ounces straight up, meaning that I chilled them, poured them in this martini glass so I could talk about just this whiskey and not the cocktail. It's interesting because both whiskeys are the same price, right? It seems like they I think originally they intended on this to be the more premium, but the flavors on this are so outstanding that I think they just decide to match them up because one isn't better than the other. They're just different. Where this one kind of feels like a bourbon, a great American small distillery bourbon. This one almost has kind of a single malt quality to it, even though it's not. It has that kind of that flavor about it. It feels a lot like there's an Irish whiskey out there called Green Ore that uses a similar mash bill to some bourbons. It uses corn as a primary grain instead of barley. This reminds me a lot of that particular whiskey. And where this uses oak staves, this uses toasted oak cubes. So again, it is much lighter. The flavor is lighter, but in some ways it's even more complex because it is lighter. You just have to search for them a little harder. And I think that's what I like about this one. Actually, I like them both, and it's why it's hard for me to say which one I like better because I like them both for different reasons. But I like the lighter quality of this whiskey. I've had it neat. I've had it on the rocks. I've had it on a cocktail. Uh, but actually, this is the first time that I've had it just straight up, which means just chilled and poured into a martini glass, or more or less. The glass can differ, but yeah, that's basically what that means, man. But the oak flavor is a little different on this one. Again, you can see the color is vastly different. Well, this one is the color of most commercial bourbons. This one is really the color of many single malt whiskeys, especially Irish whiskeys, which is what it really reminds me of. And it reminds me a lot of that green ore. It really does. It's very tasty. It's very easy to drink. It is a $40 whiskey. So typically for me, I mean, as a poor guy, if you're a rich guy, a $40 whiskey is a cheap whiskey that you'll highball or cocktail. For me, as a poor guy, a $40 whiskey is something I want to drink. I want to drink neat rocks or straight up as I'm doing right now. But in my opinion, these both of these whiskeys actually pair well against other 60, 70, even $80 whiskeys. They really are that good, in my opinion. I think up against similar $80 whiskeys, they were. I think they would do well in blind taste tests. I really do. I think. I mean, at $40, I think they're a steal. I like to buy them at 20, but that's just because I'm poor and cheap. I won't be able to buy either again for a while. They're damn tasty. I like the toasted oak on this one though. Where that one uses the oak staves, this one uses toasted oak cubes. Again, the flavors are lighter, a little more subtle. But I like that you get that toasted oak. Again, the feeling of that toasted vanilla. Very light caramel notes. You may get some fruit notes. Who knows? It really depends on your taste buds. I personally almost get a hint of apple. You may even get some raisin. Who knows? Everybody tastes things different, but again, just for me, it's brilliant. Actually, this is the first time I've had it straight up, and I really like this application because I think this is a whiskey that does well cold. And I liked it when I had it on the rocks, but I didn't want to get too much meltage in there. But done straight up, I think it's perfect. Gets it cold, just gives just a little bit of that melt going on. Oh, anyways, so Merry Christmas to y'all. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer. I didn't mean to go so long on this particular video because when I put this on the end of that other one, it's going to get very long, man. Hey, Merry Christmas to y'all. Cheers.